All right, let's dive into a topic that, let's be honest, can make most of us groan a little bit: compliance training. But we're going to look at how to take it from being a total chore to a really powerful tool that actually protects your business. So, let's get into it.
Does this question give you a pit in your stomach? You know the feeling. The email lands in your inbox, you see that deadline, and you just think, oh, here we go again. Trust me, you are not alone. For so many people, this is just that annual thing they have to click through and get done.
And that's really the heart of the problem, isn't it? It's seen as nothing more than a check-the-box exercise. It's something you just have to get through, not something you actually engage with. It's a formality, not a priority.
That whole check-the-box mentality is exactly where the problem begins. So let's break down why these old-school training programs so often completely miss the mark.
I mean, just look at this list. I bet it feels pretty familiar. Traditional training is often so dry. It feels totally disconnected from what you actually do day to day. It's usually loaded with legal jargon that nobody understands, and it's a one-size-fits-all thing for everybody in the company. And the result? Well, it's exactly what you'd expect. Engagement is in the basement, and people remember almost none of it.
But here's the thing we really have to get. This isn't just about a boring afternoon clicking through slides. When employees tune out, the risks for the business become massive. And this right here is the critical takeaway. When people are just mindlessly clicking next, they aren't actually learning. And that gap in knowledge creates some very real, very tangible risks that can have huge consequences for the whole company.
Think about this for a second. The research is pretty clear. The cost of non-compliance, we're talking fines, penalties, business disruption, is, on average, 2 to 3 times higher than the cost of just doing it right in the first place.
And those penalties, they can be absolutely staggering. You look at something like the EU's GDPR. A serious data privacy mistake can cost you up to 4% of your company's annual global revenue. For any big company, we're talking billions.
So no, this isn't about a little slap on the wrist. We're talking about massive fines, messy lawsuits, and the kind of damage to your reputation that can take years, if not decades, to fix. The stakes are incredibly high.
Okay, so this brings us to the real soul of this explainer. The reason that training fails so often isn't just because the slides are boring. It's because the training exists in a company culture that just doesn't support it.
You know, when we talk about culture, what we really mean are the unwritten rules. It's not about what the official handbook says. It's about how we really get things done around here. That's what people actually listen to, especially when the pressure's on.
And this slide just nails the difference. On one side, you have a pressure-first culture. The unspoken rule is hit your targets, whatever it takes. You remember the Wells Fargo scandal, right? Employees were creating fake accounts just to meet these insane sales goals. The training manual said one thing, but the culture was screaming something completely different. Now compare that to an ethical culture, where the message from the top is, do the right thing, where leaders actually walk the talk and speaking up is a good thing. In that kind of place, training actually has a chance to stick.
At the end of the day, it really comes down to this. People look up to their leaders and around at their peers to figure out what's really important. If the leadership team takes this stuff seriously, then guess what? Everyone else will too. That tone at the top really does set the standard for everyone.
So if culture is the soil, then how do we plant the seeds of training that actually grow? Let's get into some practical strategies that really work.
Okay, first, we have to understand our enemy. And this right here, this is the enemy. It's called the forgetting curve. It basically shows that we forget something like 70% of new information within 24 hours if we don't reinforce it. So that one-time annual training, yeah, it doesn't stand a chance.
So to beat that curve, we need a whole new playbook. 1, gamify it. Use points, leaderboards, make it fun. 2, use storytelling. People remember stories, not legal statutes. Use real-world scenarios. 3, deliver it in bite-sized chunks, micro-learning, to make it stick. 4, tailor it. What a sales team needs is totally different from what IT needs. And 5, encourage people to talk, to ask questions, to explore those tricky gray areas.
And guess what? This stuff really works. Take gamification. A survey found that over 80% of employees feel way more engaged and motivated when training feels like a game. It's the difference between passively watching and actively playing.
So let's bring this all home. The real goal here isn't just about avoiding penalties. It's about building a culture of integrity that becomes a genuine competitive advantage.
Now, making this happen takes continuous effort. Leadership has to do more than just send out the email. They have to live it, walk the talk. The training itself has to be constantly reviewed and improved, and this is huge. You have to recognize and reward the people who are doing the right thing, reinforcing these lessons every single day.
It all comes back to this one simple truth. You could have the most amazing, engaging training program in the world, but if it lands in a culture that doesn't value integrity, it's going to fail, every time. Real success happens where great learning and a great culture meet.
And when you get this right, it's so much more than just a defense. A strong compliance culture builds deep trust with your customers, it empowers your people to make good decisions with confidence, and it becomes a strategic asset that really makes you stand out.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own company. When it comes to compliance, are you actually building a shield to protect your business and your people, or are you just checking a box?